In remarks at the Economic Club of New York yesterday, former President Donald Trump pledged to reduce the corporate tax rate from 22% to 15% for companies that actually make products in America. He also described his plans to fund a range of things from the revenue of tariffs.
We will be able to build ships again. We will be able to build planes again. We will be able to build our military again from within, all from within. We will create the biggest, greatest, and strongest middle class in the history of our country. We will have tens of millions of high-paying jobs in manufacturing, transportation, defense, as well as all of the sales and support of export jobs. Our auto industry will be the biggest beneficiary. In short, it will be a national economic renaissance just by using our heads, by being smart. Smart tariffs will not create inflation. They will combat inflation.
Okay, I was there yesterday. I'm just finishing a stint as a board member of the Economic Club of New York for 5 years. I've been
on the wide shot, I saw you.
Yeah, so I was there yesterday, and I will give President Trump credit for showing up. We've extended an invitation to Vice President Kamala Harris, too. She has not accepted to this point. We will see if she does. So he came and he laid out a series of plans. Some of the plans I understand and can follow. Some of them I cannot. And I will say the idea that you're going to raise a lot of money through tariffs and not have it be inflationary does not make a lot of sense to me. Yeah, it's one or the other. If you're putting tariffs on things like a 200% tariff on Chinese cars that he talked about, he did that intentionally so that people would not buy Chinese cars. Right. So you're not going to raise the money on that. You're either changing people's behavior or you're raising money. Right. And if you're raising money from it, it's inherently inflationary.
Right.
Because your consumers are not, American consumers will not be getting low prices.
Would anybody push him on that?
We're not allowed to. He comes and he speaks. There were 4 questions that were asked that were set up in advance by other people who were allowed to ask those questions. They couldn't ask a follow-up. So it's a controlled format.
But like so many bad populist ideas, they're on both sides.
They're on both sides.
Biden left the tariffs on.
I don't know if I've gotten older and
U.S. Steel,
or if I just look at this and I think everything both these candidates are saying is
what did you? So I did watch different clips. The child tax credit thing. The child
tax credit is crazy. Thinking that you are going to raise enough money in these tariffs not only to balance the budget, to then roll out all kinds of spending and to pick up child tax, to pay for child care expenses, basically for everybody, doesn't make any sense.
And even the 15% just on domestic companies is industrial policy. Right. Now, on one side, you're going to get industrial policy that's all they do on the left. But the right should give you a choice. They shouldn't be, pandering in the same morass, which doesn't work.
He brought up again the idea of not taxing tips, which people keep asking me why I'm obsessed with this. The problem is if you are earning your money in tips, which you are. I mean, when I was a waitress, I was making $2.05 an hour. I didn't take that job for the $2.05 an hour. I took it for the tips. If you were getting the bulk of your income, it should be part of this. But to have both of these candidates continually talk around as if there's not a massive deficit problem, and you're going to have to find ways to cut spending and raise revenue.
Lighthizer has his ear. Let's say, and this guy that we got coming on, Michael, might be able to explain it. Elizabeth. I don't know. I read the notes, Elizabeth. You're just going to tell me raising or cutting taxes on the wealthy, as if corporations are a code word for the wealthy. I just don't understand that because
I don't think that's true at all.
Aren't you saying that's all he wants to do is cut taxes for the wealthy? Why is cutting taxes on corporations for the wealthy? Why is that for the wealthy?
I think there's both. I think one, we know that capital income represents for the top households represents a huge amount of their income relative to wage income at the bottom. And so when those corporations do better or when they're given tax breaks, that flows to the top households. But I don't think that...
So that's a bad thing? Seriously, Elizabeth, that's a bad thing. Who do you think provides the jobs in this country and the people that work at those companies that pay the taxes to afford everything we do? The government can't provide jobs. Who's going to pay the government workers? The government doesn't have...
The government is, in fact, the largest employer in the United States.
Yeah, exactly. And where do you get the money to pay? Where do you get the money to pay those employees?
I think that there's this, false reality that trickle-down economics has worked for the past 50 years. And in fact,
just answer me. Where do you get the money to pay the government employees? Just answer that. That's all I want you to answer.
Revenue from both households and corporations.
It all flows down from the private sector. I'm sorry to tell you. Let me, Michael, can you explain?
How many jobs were created by the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act?
Let Elizabeth Pancotti, Roosevelt Forward Director, and Michael Faulkender, America First Policy Institute Chief Economist, also University of Maryland professor, served as Assistant Secretary for Economic Policy under President Trump. Michael, can you really look straight in the camera and tell us about all these tariffs, this whole Lighthizer idea? It makes sense? It gets pilloried constantly.
So my view on tariffs is that they're an important tool for purposes of addressing some of the practices, particularly of China, of currency manipulation, intellectual property theft. I have always looked upon tariffs as a tool to get the Chinese and other nations to the table to negotiate addressing some of the inequities in our trade agreements. And I think you're correct that they would only be inflationary if the jobs don't come back to the United States, if that manufacturing doesn't get onshored or French-shored. I do anticipate that it would primarily be an incentive to move those supply chains to more resilient locations, as opposed to raising a significant amount of revenue from them.
So you don't think we're going to pay for child tax credits and balance the budget from the tariffs?
My estimation is that that's not anywhere near enough revenue to do all of those things.
All right. So back to you, Elizabeth. What kind of tax policy do you think? So how high would you like to raise the corporate tax rate and the capital gains rate?
On the capital gains rate, I think, we saw this week Vice President Harris come down from where President Biden had been. I think several economists were more comfortable with where President Biden had been, including Roosevelt's own chief economist and Nobel Prize winner Joe Stiglitz. I think we really have to look at a holistic picture of how we're taxing income and wealth at the top. And that includes Biden and Harris's proposal, the billionaire minimum income tax, which would include taxing unrealized capital gains for the 0.006% of households that make more than $100 million or that have more than $100 million. That to me is a sound proposal. I think on the corporate tax rate, both the president and the vice president have proposed putting it at 28%. Previously to the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act under Donald Trump, it was 35%. The economy was quite strong. I think really where we've seen the growth over the last 3 years is in the clean energy and manufacturing construction sectors that are getting additional targeted tax breaks and spending policies from the Inflation Reduction Act, the CHIPS Act, et cetera. And so where we need those targeted interventions for growth, I think that is a much better strategy in setting a high corporate tax rate. And I don't really understand Donald Trump's policy now to propose a 15% corporate tax rate with this asterisk for companies that make stuff in America. We, in fact, in the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, had a policy that would do that. It was called the Domestic Production Activities Deduction. It did absolutely nothing to onshore manufacturing relative to the Inflation Reduction Act, which is actively onshoring manufacturing.